What's the situation now for Serbia, and how do you get to grips with the economic situation, which isn't looking very good?
As you said, it's not an easy situation, and we have been delaying all reforms for, we dare to say centuries, but actually it's decades. And now we have to do almost everything to create better business environment, which means in few days we'll pass that new labor law, then new privatization law, new bankruptcy law, new construction permitting law, and yeah, that's our most important job, to make better environment for the business people, for the attraction of new investments. And yes, we are on our EU path, but it means, yeah, that's a kind of political sense, but we need to do much more to build a really very attractive place for a lot of investors from abroad, particularly from the Western society, and we are capable of doing that.
This week especially, we've been focusing quite a lot on Portugal and on the banking issues that are taking place there, and there are some people that are questioning whether Europe will have to go through another banking crisis in some way or another. Given that you have started these EU accession talks, is there part of you that thinks, it might be better to wait it out a bit, to wait a little bit longer and see how healthy Europe is before you push ahead to fully join?
No, my philosophy and philosophy of Serbia today is completely the opposite, completely different, which means we are not going to wait for any kind of European support, any kind of European aid. No, we'll have to tackle the most difficult issues. We'll have to do something that is very difficult for us. We face one of the biggest fiscal deficits in Europe, and that will mean that we'll have to take fiscal consolidation measures, which are going to be very tough, very harsh for our people. But yes, we are determined to do so, because we want to be a part of EU as a healthy country, as a country that will be able to create better investment climate, and we don't expect from someone else to resolve all our problems. No, yeah, it's good to have some kind of help and support, but we need to tackle all our issues by ourselves.
Sure. I've just come from Croatia, and there one of the points was that you have to be politically ready before you look to join the EU. Do you feel that you are politically ready here? Do you think that your landslide victory, is it going to help to push through some of the reforms that are needed to get the economy back on track and make it easier for the EU membership?
Whenever you try to do any kind of reforms in the Balkans, doesn't matter whether that is Croatia, Bosnia or Serbia, it's going to be worse than hell, and very difficult, of course. But I'm absolutely dedicated to that, absolutely determined to that, and I'm sure that we'll be very successful. And our job is to finish our homework within 3-4 years, and then everything will be up to EU member states to decide whether to accept Serbia or not.